going to be a jump. Now here it looked like a jump. There, this looks like a foul to me.
Yeah.
Indiana, and you can see Caitlin saying you were right in front of her.
Like, I'm not saying that your job is easy, but when it is a simple call right in front of your face multiple times, what are you doing?
Caitlin Clark erupted at the officials after watching Sophie Cunningham get body slammed with no foul called. This wasn't just a blown call, it was an absolute disgrace. The Indiana Fever's nail-biting 78-74 win over the Seattle Storm was overshadowed by one of the most blatant officiating failures we've seen all season. This wasn't a simple missed whistle. It was a glaring example of the deeper issues plaguing WNBA officiating from the inside OU.
What are you doing?
What call are you, like, bugged out?
All of them.
Everything?
Like, it's just like they're just so inconsistent. Like, that's my thing. Like, if you're on the other team and you're going to be finding the shit out of me,
yeah,
cool. But let me do it to you.
Let you, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want
Like,
consistency then.
yeah, like just give. And I think that's players across the league and like new fans across the country. Like, everyone's like, what is going on with the refs? And I'm like, I don't know.
Sophie had just grabbed a defensive rebound and was calmly securing the ball when a Storm player straight up tossed her to the floor like it was Sunday Night Football. And the ref, standing just a few feet away with a perfect view, front row seat and everything, but stood there like he was watching a backyard pickup game instead of officiating a professional WNBA matchup.
Am I ever advocating for players to throw other players on the ground? No, like we've seen so much of it throughout the WNBA. He watches this happen right in front of him. There's so much contact on the play and he does nothing. He doesn't blow his whistle. He doesn't stop the play. He doesn't call. That's
when Caitlin Clark, still sidelined for the 7th straight game with that nagging groin injury, finally reached her breaking point.
We have updates and our recovery's going well. You know, it's just, I think for us staying the course and making sure that we're really diligent about each step that we take and that we don't have setbacks and that we're patient with it. I know she wants to be out here on the floor and we want her out here on the floor, but making sure that she's ready is the most important thing. You know, I still don't know how far we are. We're going to take it one step at a time, one day at a time.
She couldn't hold back any longer. Caitlin let the officials have it. You were right in front of her. Why'd you change your mind? Her voice echoed through the arena, and honestly, every basketball fan watching had to be nodding along. The level of incompetence was unbelievable. If you're just as fed up with the refs ruining games, drop a fire Sophie in the comments and show some love to the real ones out there leaving it all on the court.
I don't even know what the players can do because the players aren't being protected. And I know so many of the times, like, we're talking about this when it comes to the Indiana Fever, but this does happen across the league. There are many plays that we could pull up. Do you guys have any suggestions on what can actually be done? The coaches get fined when they call them out to the media. Like, this is a top-down issue. This is a commissioner's.
Because this mess, this circus of officiating, is quickly becoming the defining crisis of the WNBA. And Caitlin Clark's outrage? It's more than frustration. It's turning into the rallying cry for a league teetering on the edge, demanding change before it all spirals out of control.
The officiating in the WNBA, I kind of already went off on it, but it's just atrocious. Really, really bad. Like, there have got to be rules to present overt physicality from dominating the game. And that's what we've got. We've got it in the NBA, we've got it in the WNBA. Nobody wants to call a bunch of fouls, but these officials don't know what a foul is and a foul isn't. They can't even tell when a ball goes out of bounds. Like, you've got 2 million plus people watching some of these games. You have got to have a correctly officiated product, or at least confidently officiated product. And competently officiated product.
WNBA officiating has officially hit rock bottom. And it's not just Indiana Fever fans sounding the alarm anymore. Players, coaches, and fans across the league are speaking out as blown calls and missed fouls continue to pile up week after week, game after game. It's beyond embarrassing. Just think about how absurd this has gotten. Sophie Cunningham was fined $500 for making a lighthearted TikTok joking about the refs, yet actual full contact hits are going completely unchecked during live play. That tells you everything you need to know about the league's current priorities. And to make matters worse, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert had the audacity to claim that only losing teams complain about officiating. Someone needs to remind her that when your league's biggest star is getting roughed up every night, this isn't about wins or losses. It's about player safety and basic professionalism.
This year, it's not just Caitlin Clark. If you wear that Indiana Fever jersey, consider it done. The refs are not going to be fair, and they are going to cheat and do whatever it takes to do what the higher-ups say.
Even some of the WNBA's most respected voices have had enough. Becky Hammon's been publicly losing her cool. Kelsey Plum is showing up to press conferences covered in scratches, venting her frustration. "I got scratches on my face, on my body." Meanwhile, guards on the other team get ticky-tack fouls.
I got scratches on my face, I got scratches on my body, and these guards on the other team get these ticky-tack fouls, and I'm sick of it. I get fouled like that every possession. Ricky gets fouled like that in the post all the time, and they don't call it, and I don't know what else to do. Like, it's really frustrating though. I'm like, I feel, I mean, there's multiple shots at the end of the game, either into the third, into the fourth, where they're just coming and swinging, and they just...
I get hacked every possession. Aya gets mauled in the post, and nothing gets called. I don't know what else to do. It's exhausting. She's not alone. Missed calls, no calls, and inconsistent whistles have turned into a full-blown league-wide crisis. But in the middle of this officiating dumpster fire, one player continues to rise above the chaos: Sophie Cunningham. With Caitlin Clark still out, Sophie once again stepped into the spotlight and delivered. She dropped 17 points on a razor-sharp 5 of 6 shooting, including an ice-cold 4 of 5 from deep. And here's the kicker: she was the only Fever player to hit a three-pointer all night. The rest of the team went 0-4-17 from beyond the arc. This wasn't some garbage time stat line either. Sophie stepped up early when the offense stalled and nobody else could find a rhythm. She carried the momentum. She was the spark. And this isn't some one-off. She's been on a tear lately, earning the nickname the Blonde Bomber for her lights-out shooting and fearless energy. When the rest of the league is breaking down under the weight of poor officiating, Sophie Cunningham is straight up putting the fever on her back. Sophie Cunningham detonated from deep in the biggest moments once again. Ever since she went viral for backing up Caitlin Clark during that heated Connecticut sun brawl, her confidence has been off the charts. She gained over 800,000 new followers, her jersey sales skyrocketed, and she's fully leaned into the spotlight, and more importantly, she's delivered. Sophie, the Blonde Bomber, lit it up tonight. She's been nothing short of sensational lately. 17 points on 5 of 6 shooting, 4 of 5 from 3 for 4 at the line, plus 5 rebounds and 2 assists. She stepped up in a big way, exactly what you need when your franchise star is sidelined. The role players have to rise, and Sophie's been doing just that. Her transformation from gritty enforcer to certified WNBA star has been one of the best storylines of the season. She's no longer just the muscle. She's now the Fever's most consistent offensive threat. That rare blend of toughness and shot-making has made her a breakout fan favorite. But even Sophie's heroics couldn't completely mask yet another classic Indiana Fever near collapse. In true Fever fashion, they nearly fumbled a 12-point lead in the fourth quarter. It was teetering on epic meltdown territory. The defensive miscues were brutal. Lexi Hull, arguably their best perimeter defender, didn't check in until the final moments, a delay that left fans questioning the rotation choices. And when it came to securing rebounds, forget it. The Fever looked lost on the glass when it mattered most. Somehow, they still escaped with the win. But wow, it should never have gotten that close. What started as a comfortable lead quickly spiraled into a full-blown disaster. The Fever were in complete control, up 55-42 midway through the third quarter, riding Sophie Cunningham's hot hand and some solid team support. But the moment they got even a little comfortable, everything unraveled. It's like this team becomes allergic to success the second Caitlin Clark isn't on the floor. Seattle closed the third quarter on a 10-2 run, slicing the Fever's lead to just 4 points. What should have been a drama-free win suddenly became a nail-biter. And in the fourth, pure chaos. The Storm went on an 11-0 run to bring it within 1. The score sat at 73-72 with just over 3 minutes left, and you could feel every Fever fan's blood pressure spike. We've seen this movie before, and it rarely has a happy ending. Let's be real, this team has a chronic problem finishing games. It's become their signature weakness. Giving up an 11-0 run in crunch time is inexcusable, and a lot of it points back to coaching. I don't care what sport you're in, When a team consistently collapses after halftime, that's a coaching issue. The opposing coach made adjustments at the break. Did Stephanie White counter those adjustments? Doesn't seem like it. It's like the Fever forget how to play basketball the moment the fourth quarter starts. To make matters worse, Kelsey Mitchell had one of her toughest games in recent memory. Watching her try to score was like watching someone play piano with oven mitts. She shot 3, 4, 16 from the field and 0, 4, 8 from deep. Just brutal. Mitchell continues to be a roller coaster. She'll go off one night, like her 26-point explosion against the Sky, and then come crashing down the next. Luckily, Aaliyah Boston came through when the team needed her most. She notched her 6th straight double-double, putting up 16 points and 12 rebounds on an efficient 7-4-11 shooting night. And when it mattered most, she took over. Boston went on a personal 9-point run in the fourth quarter, single-handedly keeping the Fever from collapsing entirely. In a game where so much went wrong, Aaliyah Boston and Sophie Cunningham were the ones who stopped the bleeding. Without them, this would have been another devastating loss. Then she had a good game. Then she dipped again. Then she bounced back. And now, another crash. That's the story of Kelsey Mitchell this season. A complete roller coaster. One game she's on fire, the next she's ice cold. Tonight, she gave you just 9 points on 3 of 16 shooting and 0 of 8 from deep. That's brutal efficiency for a player who's supposed to be a scoring engine. Meanwhile, Aaliyah Boston reminded everyone why she's the heart of this team. Her playmaking was on full display. Nobody else in the league at 6 feet 4 inches or taller averages more assists than her. And after weeks of struggling without Clark, Boston finally looks like herself again. Her timing couldn't be better. From smart interior passes to aggressive rebounding and timely contests, Boston was everywhere. Her resurgence has been one of the few steadying forces in a chaotic season. Watching her reassert herself, attacking the rim, boxing out hard, anchoring the defense, has been huge for this team, especially now that Sophie is handling so much of the scoring load. She's evolved from a low-block post-up player into a versatile offensive hub, capable of facilitating and defending all over the floor. The shift in her role since her rookie season has been massive, and she's handled it with maturity and grit. Boston's not just a rising star, she's the rock of this team. And speaking of leadership, Natasha Howard deserves just as much credit. While others fluctuate, she's been the stabilizer. Howard poured in 21 points this game and continues to be the Fever's emotional anchor. When things get shaky, she's the one settling the storm. Whether it's slicing through defenses or finishing with finesse around the basket, Howard's veteran savvy has become invaluable for a young roster struggling with injuries and inconsistency. While the spotlight might shine brighter on Clark, Boston, or Cunningham, Natasha Howard is the quiet force keeping this team afloat.